Welcome to another edition of Biro Sports Talk on this blessed Christmas Eve. I'm your host, as always, Biro, and it's whatever. Stream elements being weird. Yes, but as we should know, welcome to a Christmas edition of Biro Sports Talk. Let's start with how picks went last week. So last week, week 15. We'll get to other things eventually. So week 15, we went 12-4. The games we did not get right. The Raiders lost to the Chargers. 49ers lost to Dallas. Excuse me. Rams lost to the Jets. The biggest upset probably of the week. And of course, Pittsburgh lost to Cincinnati in a interesting downfall for the Steelers. So what does that bring to week 16? There's a lot of left in play, surprisingly. I'm going to grab my sheet so that I have my picks. So overall in the year, after going 12-4 again, we are 141-76. Not bad. Not bad at all. Sorry, I was reading some news about the NBA. Lost train of thought. So the NFL, we're going to look at the playoffs. This week, some teams should be getting their solidified positions that they made playoffs. Others are going to be eliminated. So looking at this, my Bears are right now at 8. Well, that's okay, but let's go down this list. So Friday, it says Christmas will be Minnesota and New Orleans. I got to go with New Orleans. As much as I want the Vikings to win, I just think New Orleans is the better team. And they'll get this win. Next, Saturday, again. 3 games on Saturday. Interesting. Tampa Bay. Detroit. I think Tampa Bay gets that, solidifying them in this playoff. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to... There we go. That's what I want to do. Oh. I want to confirm dates of things, because sometimes my pick'em doesn't have the accurate dates. There we go. Yes, these are accurate. So, as I said, Tampa Bay and Detroit. I'm picking Tampa Bay. Tom's going to get this one. Lions have been playing better, but I just don't think this is their year. They're going to be a 6. Bit my tongue just stumbling out of that. I think the Lions are going to be a 6-10. They might even be 5-11, because I believe they're finishing up with the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken. But not bad. Not bad at all. I think Bucks get this. Your 49ers, Cardinals. Now, normally I would go Cardinals, but my picks are very, reliant on other things happening. So, I think the 49ers get this. They're playing for pride, really, at this point. I know the Cardinals are going to come out and try to play for a playoff berth, but I think they trip up here against the 49ers. And I have the Raiders upsetting the Dolphins because it's at Allegiant Stadium, and I just think, they need to win there. So, Derek Carr and company get it done. The Bears I have winning on your Sunday slate. Bears beating Jacksonville. Jacksonville, just awful. I got Carolina over Washington football team. I got Pittsburgh over the Colts, even though Pittsburgh's on a skid of late. And with the Colts winning, they're still alive. But I'm going with the Steelers. Kansas City, Atlanta. I think Kansas City at home take care of business. Browns and Jets. I think Browns get it. Cincinnati and Houston. Going with Houston. Ravens, Giants. I think the Ravens get it. And then your 4 o'clock games on Sunday. You got the Chargers against Denver. I'm going Chargers. Dallas, Philadelphia. Man, for some reason, I'm picking Dallas in that one. I don't know what I'm looking for in Dallas. I think I'm looking for something better than what Dallas has been giving us. I'm picking the Rams over the Seahawks just because Seahawks have been clicking in, but when it comes to the Rams can sometimes shut them down. So, Rams over Seattle, which I think will help the Bears in the long run. Titans, Green Bay. I'm picking Green Bay. I find that interesting, but the Titans are a capable team. So we'll see. And of course, your Monday night, I got Buffalo over New England. That one seems simple. New England's just that much better. So let's get down to business and talk playoffs. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking playoffs. If I can close out of these tabs so I can get back to where I was. There's my water. Yeah. Awesome. So, right now, guaranteed playoff spots. You got your Chiefs, you got the Bills, you got the Steelers. Chiefs win one more game, they're guaranteed the number 1 spot. I think they win out anyways. They get a guaranteed playoff spot. I think this week they'll get it done and then they'll rest next week. But you got the Bills, you got the Steelers also clinched. The teams that haven't clinched but could clinch this weekend. You got the Titans, you got the Browns, you got the Colts. All at 10-4. Out of my picks, the Browns are more likely to go 11-4. If they go 11-4, the Dolphins and Ravens got to win, and I do have the Ravens winning. Dolphins, I do not. The Raiders will have to keep alive somehow. But as of right now, it looks like this for your playoffs. You got the Chiefs, the Bills, the Steelers, and the Titans. And you got the Browns, Colts, and Dolphins. Ravens are sitting right there at the edge. Now, the Raiders need teams to just fall apart. But if a Dolphins win or a Ravens win, Raiders are out. Because the Raiders can't get to 10. In the NFC, before we talk about the race for number 1, in the NFC, you got the Packers clinched, Saints clinched, Seahawks clinched, Jamal Adams being ecstatic. Right now, Washington football team are sitting at 4. I think I called them the wrong name earlier again. But the football team is at 4. The Rams are at 5 right now. Buccaneers are at 6. Arizona's at 7. And the Bears are at 8. With the Vikings, the only other team in wild card contention. However, you do have Cowboys, Giants, and Eagles in contention for the NFC East. With a loss, I think you would have to say the Eagles are out. Yeah. If the Reds or the football team, if the football team gets to 7 and beats, I'm trying to see who they played. They play Carolina. That's right. If they beat Carolina, who doesn't have as much to play for now that they're 4-10, it'll be interesting because if they get, oh man, sorry, if they get to 7, the Giants or Dallas loses. Honestly, I think if they get to 7 and Dallas and the Giants lose, the football team would clinch playoffs. Interestingly enough, with Dwayne Haskins as your starting quarterback. But with the way I have things picked, so like if we go in the NFL playoff machine, yep. So if I pick this week's games the way I have them picked, just clip me, just it's a nice little machine here. So with the way I have it, with the way I have this week only picked, the Bears would slide into that 7th seed with a tiebreaker over Arizona. Which would be interesting enough. Let's see. I don't think it eliminates. Do I see eliminations on this? I don't think I do. But looking at it, the way I have it picked, the NFC East is up for grabs in Week 17. The Bears have to win out, I think, regardless to make the playoffs. I have the Cardinals playing for their lives with the Bears. They're the only two teams that can beat the 7th seed at that point. In the AFC, with how I have them picked, man, Baltimore squeezes past a bunch of teams. Because I do have Tennessee and the Colts losing this week, even though they're both capable of winning their games. But looking at it, the Raiders would be officially out, but the Dolphins would be right there ready to scoop in the following week. Right now I'm just picking a few games to see how things would end up the way I picked them anyways. Probably that one off. Not what I picked. There we go. I think I made all the picks there. So the way I see it ending as of right now, which I find intriguing, actually. If I have it the way I picked for 17, you would still have Kansas City, Green Bay as your number ones. You have Buffalo against Indianapolis. You have New Orleans versus the Bears. That would be a nice rematch. Bears with the offense they have now. On the other side, you got Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, which would be another great game to watch. Seattle at Los Angeles, which I find interesting. But I do have the Rams knocking off Arizona that final week. I do have the Bears upsetting the Packers because I do think the Packers are going to rest their players for an extra week. And just looking at all of this, you see a lot of teams making it. So the two teams I do have tied at the end, Washington controls their own destiny. They have to win out, basically, the way I have it. They do end up tying 7-9 with Dallas, but that's still better than the 6-9-1 Eagles that some of us are, or some people are predicting. I was going to say, I'm playing around now. Ooh, the Giants even have a path. Oh my goodness. That, we don't want some of these upsets because it's just ugly. Just ugly. So, let's quickly talk about a few things. There was a Biro Sports Talk basketball draft last night. Might have been a half hour earlier than some expected. Who knows, whatever. But none of the games count till tomorrow, Christmas Day. So be on the lookout for updates on that league. I know Diego Palacios and Tyler Myers are facing off in the Biro Sports Talk Fantasy Football Championship, as I did not be so lucky this year. And Diego making it because he had one of the most unbelievable weeks last week, hitting on a lot of players. Super quick, going to try to be honest here. We're going to predict some college football right now. So right now, looking. Tomorrow you got Marshall and Buffalo. Saturday, the Ragin' Cajuns versus Texas San Antonio. Liberty and Coastal, which is a big one. One of the big ones, I should say. But we all want to talk about New Year's Day, Bulls. You got Cincinnati and Georgia. I hope Cincinnati wins. I think they'll win. Auburn, Northwestern. I gotta believe Northwestern pulls through. I think Alabama's going to beat Notre Dame, and I think Ohio State gets their revenge. For some reason, I just have that feeling with the Buckeyes. They play bad at certain times, they really do, but they still win. And I think they will beat Clemson with the extra motivation and time. Looking at some of these other games, of course, I'm just looking. Don't mind me. NC State, of course, plays Kentucky. Indiana, Ole Miss. A&M, North Carolina, Oregon, Iowa State. No one really cares. All you guys want to know is if it's Alabama and Ohio State who wins. More than likely, probably Alabama. But because I'm a homer, hoping for the Buckeyes. So you can't go against your home team, man. It's just how it works. It's just how it works. So first things first, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's. I know we will be live next. We will be live next week, of course, on Thursday. But look at this amazing gift behind me. This year's and newest addition to the Biro Sports Talk wall. You can't see it from this distance, but you know it says Jordan on top. That was a very weird way of doing it. You see Jordan on top. Number 23, of course. But if I move this way, you'll see a little thing in the corner, meaning it's signed and certified. It is a certified signed Michael Jordan jersey. Yes, you heard that right. Michael Jordan jersey. She is amazing, and I am so happy to call her my wife. Thank you again for tuning in. For those who have, thank you to my wife for such a wonderful Christmas gift. Pretty much a childhood dream coming true. And I wish everyone the merriest of Christmases.